You are marked because of your behavior, because of the way that you act. It's obvious that you have no soul. You can't think for yourself. You can't evaluate circumstances and see your brother right in front of you or your sister right in front of you. You don't know how to evaluate the situation because you've been taught by so many different things that when you come into the present day, you'll ignore common sense to treat your brother or sister right because of all the programming that's happened to the in the prior days ahead in your prior life. As you come to this day, we'll walk into corporate policy and we'll do our job or our day and we'll be governed by that policy and we won't think of anything else because that's what we sold out to. And if it comes to a point where we're actually supposed to like care for each other, we'll ignore that too because it's just our job. And that is that we have given up. We have sold out our soul. That is the mark of the beast because we're no longer thinking and confiding in God and trying to use our best our mind and our hearts, our emotions to come up with the best answer. We're not looking for the most high, the greatest answer, the greater reality. No, we're not trying to go about figuring that out. We've been programmed to do what we're told, and that's it. That's it. You can't question this stuff. You can't think about it unless you come to their conclusion. So if you haven't done the research and you haven't done any science, how is it that you came to your conclusions? How can you come to a conclusion about something unless you assume that somebody else was right? And an assumption makes an ass out of you and me. Assume, like no, you have to understand these principles. If you haven't done the science, then you shouldn't be talking about this stuff. You can't just turn into to somebody and listen to them. If you want to listen, or if you're going to do it that way, then you have to listen to both sides and then try to employ critical thinking to see who's actually in line with reality. So here, go check out Dr. J. Bhattacharya. Go check out the 40,000 doctors that signed on to the Barrington Declaration. Go check that out and see how they're saying that it's the greatest medical blunder in history, and how you're participating in it if you're wearing a mask and trying to make other people wearing a mask. You're participating in the greatest blunder in history. You are one of the Nazis, as it were. Okay, you are one of those people that don't realize what you're doing. Okay, so you need to wake up. You need to look at your actions and take responsibility for your actions. You can't say, "Oh, that's my job." No, that's you, and you don't have to do your job. And if you have to do your job and you have to do this and you're not going to think for yourself, then you've sold your soul.